Hi everyone, and welcome to another Chat with Deb. Today I'm going to show a tool that would help give every student in your classroom a voice. This is a discussion tool site that is called TitanPad, and I'm going to have the help of my son Robert to demonstrate how it works. The thing I like about TitanPad is that it allows all students to have input into a question. If you're just asking students questions during a lecture or during a discussion, rather than just calling on one student and seeing what they have to say, why not ask all of your students and see what they all have to say? Now, Google Classroom also has a great portion to it that allows for student discussions. But if you aren't using Google Classroom or you're just looking for an alternative, TitanPad would be a great way to go. To get started, the teacher will go to TitanPad.com. Once you're here, one of the great features of TitanPad is that you can create a public pad and there's no sign up whatsoever required. So we're just going to go ahead and create a public pad by clicking on that little blue button. We're given a little blue button right over here that says share this pad. So I can go here and get the URL to copy, and I'm just doing Control-C, to send to my students to invite them to join me. Now, I also want to put my name right over here, and I'll also pick the color that I wish to represent me as the teacher and save that. I can go over here onto the writing pad, delete the little amount of text that is there, and type in my first question. So now that I have written my first question that I want my students to answer, I'm going to send them the link and invite them to join me on the TitanPad. For my demo today, as I said, my son Robert's going to join us, and we will see him pop in just a second. All right, it looks like my son Robert has joined our class. He's right over here, and he's chosen the color to represent him. He's now reading the question that I'm asking, and we'll just wait for a minute for his response. All right, I can see that Robert chooses to learn through watching a video. I can tell it's him because this color that he chose, when you click on your name, you can choose the color you want to represent you. I can tell that that color is him, so I know it's Robert. Now, if you had more students than colors that are available, you could have the students actually type in their name before the response. So we could have said Robert and then watching a video. Let's ask Robert another question. And again, we will wait for Robert to read the question and give us a response. While he's doing that, I want to show you a few options that you can have. You do not have to have the colors showing at all. I could turn that off and have no colors showing. I could also turn off the lines numbers along the side if I don't want that. And there's also two choices of font if I prefer to have a different font showing. So there's just limited options that you have here. So I can see here that Robert has told us a little bit about his family. And if you had additional students, they could come in and also have the responses following your questions. I could also go in here and just put my cursor below Robert's response, and I could ask him for more information or reply to his question. Awesome. So Robert told us his age. That's awesome. Okay. So a couple other features that I want to go over that are really great about TitanPad. One of them is you can actually save your revision. So I'm going to save this right now. So we have one revision saved that I can go back and view later. A few other things you can do. One, you can import or export. So I could go over here and actually choose a file and bring in my own file to import in and show on my TitanPad. Or I can export with these different file types. Another thing I can do, which is really awesome, is this time slider. When I click that, it opens a whole new tab. And what I really love is I can replay my discussion almost like a little video. So you can see here, I'm typing my question, my initial first question, and you can see the little slider right here across the top playing. Now I see the responses from Robert. It's kind of awesome. You can replay it for people and show how your discussion took place. So I think that's kind of a neat little feature. I also have a chat feature right over here. So I could actually send chats to the entire class and I could give them a reminder. For example, I could say, and so the students could see reminders in the chat section while a discussion is taking place over here. I don't think you can quite see it, but right below the chat here, I do have the option to hide the sidebar if I don't want that showing. And then I also have this option for full window which is the option I was using. Those are just two little buttons right down below where it says chat here. This is a great option for holding an online discussion with your class. And again, what I love is that there's no sign-in required. Now, if you do wish to have an account, when you go to TitanPad.com, just go to the Sign In tab. From there, you can create an account instantly. You can actually name the site that your team will be live at, so I can give it a personalized URL, and then I would need to give it some more information, and I can create the team site. So now I'm going to receive an email that gives me instructions on what to do next. I receive my email. It tells me to follow this link, which I did. And from here, I have to choose a new password. So I will go ahead and do that. So from here, I can create a new pad. Once I'm here, I'll want to change my security settings to allow it to be public. And then I can set a password if I want. So when people come to my TitanPad, they would have to put in a password. So if you want to be more secure, you could do that. But at this point then, since I have my security set public, when I share this pad, notice how easy the URL is. So it's just norton.titanpad.com/2. So very easy for students to get to. The other thing that's really nice is now that I have an account, I can go right here to my pad list and I can see the different TitanPads that I've created. So it saves them like in an archive for me, and I can come back and view these at any time. So if you were doing this multiple times throughout the day and with different classes, you can come back and say, I'm going to see my first hour class and what they put into the discussion there. So it's kind of cool. And from here you can see all pads, my pads, or archive pads. You can also go and create a new pad right from there as well. This is a very simple site to use, and I like the possibilities that it holds, not only for being able to have an online discussion, but the fact that it kind of keeps those discussions for you. And I love this time slider that you could actually view a discussion after it's taken place. All right, well, I hope this is a site that might be useful to you. Maybe you can give it a try with your students. It is about 90 degrees here in Wisconsin today in September, and believe me, we are feeling the humidity and heat. So today was a great day for me to do a quick chat with Deb with you. I'm looking forward to chatting with you again soon. Bye, everyone.